Do interest rates really make that big of an impact on your monthly payment? My name is Coon with Powerhouse Real Estate. I know interest rates have been a huge topic in the real estate industry currently, and I want to really answer some of your questions you might have surrounding interest rates. So right now, our current rate is about a little over 6%, give or take. Now, that's a really incredible rate given what we've seen over the last couple of years, but I really want to give you an idea of what this looks like at a monthly payment. If you were to purchase a home back in April at $400,000, that home you would have gotten about a 7.5% interest rate. That was our average rate back in April. At 7.5% at $400,000, your monthly payment would be about $2,800 a month. Now, let's say you bought a $400,000 home today at the low 6% rate. That same home at $400,000 would be about $2,500 a month, even probably a little less than that. And that's a $300 a month difference. So significant difference when you look at how much you're spending month over month, and that $300 gets freed up every single month just because rates are a little bit lower. Now, over the life of the loan, it's gonna save you about $100,000 over 30 years in interest when you look at the whole life of the loan. Now, most people won't stay in their home for 30 years, so we don't necessarily need to worry about how much interest you're spending over 30 years because most likely you're gonna live in the home for a few years, sell it, buy a new home at whatever the current rate is. But just to give you an idea of the impact that rates have and why there's so much talk about interest rates is because they really do make a significant difference when it comes to your buying power, your monthly payment, and affordability. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. As rates are advertised, you might see interest rates are at 6.1% or whatever you might see out there, which is great. It's such a good idea to see how they're trending. However, the rate that you're gonna get specifically is gonna be determined by a couple of things. Number one, your credit score. Your credit score has a huge impact on what you qualify for. If you have a lower credit score, you're a riskier lender or a riskier borrower. The lender doesn't have the confidence in you because you have a high credit score to give you the ideal rate. So your rate might be a little bit higher because your credit score is lower. Another factor with that is your loan program that you choose. If you're getting an FHA loan, again, it's a riskier loan. You're not putting as much down on it. And so your interest rate is going to be a little bit higher just given the loan program. And then the third factor is how much you're putting down, which is going to help your loan program for sure, but also it helps the confidence in you for the lender so they can see you're putting some money into this and that you're not depending on them solely to give all the money for the property. So it gives them a little more confidence in you, they can give you a better rate. So those are the factors that come into play when we're looking at what interest rate you qualify for. One more thing to keep in mind, rates change every single day. And so as we're looking at homes, then your rate might, when we start looking and you get pre-qualified, your rate you might be quoted 6%. However, by the time we solidify a home and get you under contract, your rates might be up to 6.5%. And so that's something to keep in mind too, is to really work with your lender and your agent to keep track of those rates and make sure that we aren't slipping into something that you can't afford just based on the daily rate. For the most part, they stay pretty consistent. However, we have seen really significant moves up and down over the last year. So it's definitely something to keep in mind as you're shopping around. You can't lock your rate until you're under contract on a home, and your rate lock will only last 30 days. So sometimes you even have to wait after your contract to get that lock, but your lender will work with you on all of those factors, and lenders are really good. If you get a good lender, they'll definitely keep track of rates and help you lock at the lowest rate that you can get in the time frame that you're looking. If you have questions about interest rates or what this looks like for you to purchase a home, please give me a call. My name is Coon with Powerhouse Real Estate.